Hello. What you're about to see is CNN flogging the ass out of Donald Trump's name again, for ratings obviously. But then it took a real dark turn. And if this doesn't scare you as a Democrat or a Republican, nothing will.
The final days of the last administration were and how much worse they might have gotten. We have some examples which are just now coming to light. America's top military commander comparing then President Trump's rhetoric to Hitler's and his followers to brown shirts, to Nazis. That top commander finding himself rallying subordinates to protect the peaceful transfer of authority and perhaps even head off a coup, having to explain to the Speaker of the House that no, this country will not launch a nuclear strike at the whim of who she characterized as an unbalanced president. These and other chilling scenes are contained in a new book, I Alone Can Fix It, Donald J. Trump's catastrophic final year. The authors are Pulitzer Prize-winning journalists from the Washington Post, Carol Leonnig and Philip Rucker. It comes out next week. CNN has obtained a series of excerpts, each which is really more alarming than the next. In this one, General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, is reassuring his deputies about preventing a coup attempt. Quoting now from the book, "They may try, but they're not going to effing succeed," he told them. "You can't do this without the military. You can't do this without the CIA and the FBI. We are the guys with the guns." CNN special correspondent Jamie Gangale is doing the reporting on this for us. She joins us now. I mean, it's fascinating to hear how far General Milley and how he saw this. According to there are parallels, according to the book, about what the former president said about the election being stolen and Adolf Hitler's rhetoric.
Absolutely. Milley was so shaken by Trump's behavior that what he did was he got together with the other chiefs, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and they believed there really could be a coup attempt by Trump. And Leonnig and Rucker write, Milley viewed Trump as, quote, the classic authoritarian leader with nothing to lose. And then Milley is quoted as saying, this is a Reichstag moment, Milley told aides, the gospel of the Fuhrer. Look.
No, that's just the first half of it. I mean, that is shocking. I mean, him just commenting about what's going on at the White House and what the chiefs of staff are doing and everything like that is a national security concern alone. But this guy is in Neverland, thinking that Donald Trump would ask to fire nuclear weapons. Now, the bit that gets me is, if you rewind back a wee while back, Donald Trump was called a coward for pulling back a drone strike because he wasn't satisfied that there'd be no collateral. And then, on the second strike with the drones, he was successful. He took out the Ayatollah's second-hand man, no collateral whatsoever. So I don't know what this general is talking about. And there seems to be a pattern. Everybody that worked under Trump, when they leave, that didn't like him, they all come out with a book with all these scandalous garbage and everything like that. But this is a general. This guy should be pulled in front of the Intel Committee and asked why he's putting all this stuff in a book and then flogging it on CNN. I'll let you hear the second half now.
Daily check-in calls that Milley started to do with Mark Meadows and some others.
So one of the interesting things about that is in the book, Milley says he was doing it also to keep tabs on Trump, as if by talking to Pompeo and Mark Meadows, he would get a better sense of what's going on. We should say that Pompeo has denied some of this account to the authors. But there is another extraordinary moment where after January 6th, and Milley has seen the insurrection, he is now preparing for the inauguration with other law enforcement officials, with the National Guard at Fort Myer. And he is so worried that there is going to be another violent attack by Trump supporters that he says to the other senior advisors, quote, here's the deal, guys. These guys are Nazis. They're Boogaloo boys. They're Proud Boys. These are the same people we fought in World War II. everyone in this room, whether you're a cop, whether you're a soldier, we're going to stop these guys to make sure we have a peaceful transfer of power. We're going to put a ring of steel around this city, and the Nazis aren't getting in.
That's incredible to hear. There's also a lot of revelations, including one after the insurrection, General Milley and Congresswoman Liz Cheney, in which Cheney, who voted for impeachment, describes a confrontation she had. It was during the attack,
Right.
During the insurrection. Republican Congressman Jim Jordan I guess, tell us what happened.
So Jim Jordan is a staunch ally of President Trump. He's sort of the head of the Freedom Caucus. He is known to make a circus out of things. He is certainly the antithesis on the impeachment.
So there you have it. 50% of America are Nazis. He was prepared to commit genocide on peaceful protesters. And I say peaceful protesters because no one was killed except a protester. She was unarmed and she was killed in cold blood. The other casualty was a policeman who died of pre-existing conditions, but it was first spun out that he was murdered. Now, can you believe this, right? This guy is running about like a loose cannon now on the likes of CNN, spinning out this bile for all to see. I'm really glad that CNN has a really low TV audience, but I cannot believe nobody's talking about this. This is dangerous. I mean, they're talking about nukes and Hitler and all this stuff. It's really going round the bend, you know, driving everybody crazy. This guy needs hauled up in front of the Intel Committee and the Judicial Committee and asked to speak up for what he's actually been doing and saying in his book, and exactly what his mindset was leading up to January the 6th and after it. Thank you for listening.